I remember reading an article when I was about 12 years old, I think it might have been in Scientific American, where they measured the efficiency of locomotion for all these species on planet Earth. How many kilocalories did they expend to get from point A to point B? And the condor won, came in at the top of the list, surpassed everything else, and humans came in about a third of the way down the list, which was not such a great showing for the crown of creation. But somebody there had the imagination to test the efficiency of a human riding a bicycle. Human riding a bicycle blew away the condor, all the way off the top of the list. And it made a really big impression on me that we humans are tool builders, and that we can fashion tools that amplify these inherent abilities that we have to spectacular magnitudes.
What I'm about to show you goes beyond anything I've created for this channel before. I'm going to take you on a unique cinematic experience using a tool that makes that condor very jealous. In this 6-episode series, I will show you segments of Norway's Atlantic coast. It's the country's most famous long-distance cycling route and part of the greater Eurovelo 1 journey that begins in Portugal and ends at the top of Norway. When I first cycled this coastline in 2020, I stuck to the main route heading north. This time around, however, I want to make a few detours and show you places rarely seen or known, because in Norway, straight lines are not always the best way to get from A to B. Just one problem: 7 days is all I have, and this coastline is long. This is where the Hurtigruten steps in. Norway's famous coastal liner departs from over 30 destinations several times a week. If you have a limited time on the road, it's the perfect way to see as much of the coast as possible. We'll start on the boat and jump off at the small remote town of Måløy. From there we'll hit the Eurovelo 1 before detouring to one of Norway's most remote and beautiful peninsulas. On day 2 we'll join back onto Eurovelo 1 to Ålesund. And then on day 3 another little detour is taken to experience Norway's most extraordinary valley and fjords. Then we jump back on the boat and head several hundred kilometres north to the pretty town of Brønnøysund. From there we'll continue following the Eurovelo 1 to the Arctic Circle, before heading east to Mo i Rana, where the short but expansive journey ends. This is Norway's Atlantic coast route, like you've never seen it before.
As you can see, beautiful switchbacks all the way down. We just had an amazing climb up.
How can you not want to cycle in Norway? How can you not want to cycle in Norway? Oh my God. The only way to look is up, up, up. I'm sure the camera just does not give this place justice. Hello and welcome to Norway. Right behind me is Bergen, but I don't think you can. So you're probably thinking this doesn't look like a very good day, Matthew, but to be honest with you, in Bergen, this is considered one of the best days of the year so far. So I'm counting my blessings here. I'm going to get off tomorrow morning very early at 5:30 from this boat at a very small little place called Måløy, maybe it's called Måløy, 2 Norwegian letters in it, which just makes it so different. So tomorrow I'm going to get off at this very small little place called, and it is 5:15 in the morning. We've got to drop a key off and we've got to get down to my bike because I think it's just a very short stop.
In a later episode, I'm going to give you the full Hurtigruten experience, but for the time being, I'm just trying to figure out how to get off this boat.
Brilliant. Wrong way, wrong way. Cardiff. Yes. This is pretty stressful because I can't get access to the car deck. So apparently someone will open up when we dock. The problem is I don't actually know when we dock. Do they know that someone needs to get access? Are they aware that I need to take my bike off? So we've now docked, but
Måløy is a sleepy, remote town on the island of Vorgeir, a place few people outside of Norway know about. But in late December 1941,
Fires light up the islands like monstrous torches. The devastation is beyond belief.
Måløy became the centre of the world. Operation Archery, as it was known, was the first Allied full-scale operation raid on Nazi-occupied territory by British commandos and the Norwegian Independent Company. Centre to the operation was the destruction of fish oil production and stores which the Nazis used in the manufacture of high explosives.
There go the oil tanks, valuable to the Nazis for refueling shipping that now will never set sail again.
Today you would never know the apocalyptic scenes that occurred 82 years ago. But these hills and mountains have stories to tell. And if you're interested, I highly recommend the Måløy Raid Centre, which tells this dramatic story. But what is even more dramatic is the scenery as you head out of the town and along the quiet coastal roads that weave around the fjords. This is the Eurovelo 1, and it's a very special place to cycle.
it's lovely to just to hear the birds. A lot of different types of birds around here, right by the coast, you can see. It's been a long winter, you see. I haven't heard the birds sing for a long, long time.
Spring is my favourite time of year in Norway. Everything becomes alive again. It feeds my optimism and hope and provides me with the freedom that winter has held from me. The days are getting lighter, the grass is getting greener, and the valleys start to sing again.
Goodness, this place is just wow. Just all the mist on these mountains, and I've never seen mountains like this in Norway before. I said before in another video, like every area of Norway has different mountains, different scenery. Just so much contrast. This is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, it's raining still. You don't even think about it. It's just being out in nature, and it's about 12 degrees. I've got some wool on to keep me warm. I've got gloves on, and none of this matters. None of this is even an issue. Just being here, it's just so rewarding, so invigorating. Look at this.
A long time ago, someone once said to me, never lose that kid inside of you. And the older I get, the more important that becomes. When you get on a bike, you are that kid again. Full of wonder, full of excitement, full of adventure. We're going to say goodbye to the Eurovelo one for a short period as we detour up Stad Peninsula. At the very end is Vestkapp, unofficially Norway's most western point, with spectacular views all around. We also have Hurtigruten, Norway's premier surf beach. I've been wanting to cycle this peninsula for a long time, but it's so remote. The further you go on, the cars more or less disappear, and you can just cycle into the middle of the road. The weather, the time of year, this is all unique to my experience. And if you come here, you will have your own unique experience. And that's what it's all about. This is your discovery. This is your moment on a bike. And no one can take that away from you.
We're at the top of Vestkapp. It's 500 meters. I totally misgauged that. I thought it was 300 meters. It was a really, really tough climb. Like average gradient of 11% going up, but the views were just, or are just incredible. I'd probably say this is one of the best climbs for views I've experienced anywhere in the world. It was just all around. You have the lower lying mountains like close towards this peninsula, and then in the far distance you've got the higher rise mountains with glaciers on top, and then you've got all the fjords, and you've got the vast ocean right here. Oh. What a place, man, what a place. It's like you're on the edge of the world.
Made a really big impression on me that we humans are tool builders, and that we can fashion tools that amplify these inherent abilities that we have to spectacular magnitudes.
The bicycle is a rare tool. It enhances your natural abilities while simultaneously reattaching the natural world. All this coastline you see, I'm about to cycle. And that blows my mind. How far I can travel. It's unlimited. And this is just day one. The beauty, the wonder, the adventure continues all the way up this incredible coastline. Subscribe if you want to see more.
I've only been here literally 5 minutes, and I've already discovered that Elvis is in town. The Norwegian Elvis Festival at Måløy is happening this summer. I don't know where it's going right now, but if that isn't an excuse to come to Norway, then what is?
Are you surfers, or are you just here to relax?
Both. Trying to surf.
Trying to, yeah?
And you're here?
Just trying to cycle.
Yeah.
United?
United.
Intelligent, you see.